Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today I will show you guys the proper battery settings for your iOS 26 device. Now, these are not the other settings that you need to change. These are settings that you will find on the battery section of your iOS 26 device, and that I think you must have them configured the right way. That way you get the best battery life, of course, the best charging speed, as well as the best battery lifespan for the battery of your iPhone. So with iOS 26, we have a few new settings, and basically everything has changed on the battery section. And in this video, you will learn how to properly configure your settings so that you get the best out of your battery. Now, before we get into all that, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you guys that watch my videos are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the videos, you find them helpful, and you want to see more of them, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. It will really help the channel a lot. Now, first of all, of course, you have to go to the battery settings, so go to settings. And right here are the battery settings. This is what you will find once you go here. First of all, at the top, you will see the last time you have charged. You can see it says to 40%, 3 minutes ago. It shows right here the time to charge whenever you plug in your device. You know, on the lock screen, you get the time estimated to charge to 80%. It doesn't show to 100. If you go right here, it will also show you the remaining time to charge to 100%. And if you want to see more information, you just tap right there and it shows everything you need to understand about the battery usage and the battery health of your iPhone. Lower here, of course, you will have the daily usage. You can view all of it right here. And then right here, the first one will be the battery health. When you go here, there's nothing to configure. You basically just see information. Battery health, it says normal, maximum capacity, 88 in this case. You need to be aware that if it drops under 80, then it's time for you to change the battery, because your iPhone won't have, of course, that good battery life, but also the performance of your iPhone will decrease by a lot. And then right here, we'll see the charging cycles of your device, which is basically how many times your iPhone has been charged from 0 to 100%. So basically a 1% charge is one cycle. Whether you charge twice from 51 to 100 or once from 0 to 100, that's one cycle. And then you will see also the manufacturer and the first day of use right here. So nothing to configure there, but then you go to charging, and right here we'll have a few different settings. So here's what you need to understand. So you will have two different options. So you will have optimized battery charging, you have clean energy, and then you will also have the charge limit, which is new with iOS 26, and you have this slider which you can set from 100 to 80%. Now, if you have enabled the optimized battery charging here, then it will stop the charge basically at 80%. It will learn the pattern of how you use your iPhone and will only charge your iPhone to 100 if you leave it like charging overnight. Basically close to the morning, the time you wake up and use your device, it will then start charging to 100%. But a lot of people don't prefer having this enabled because they just want more battery, and if you charge during the day, it might just stop at 80%. So what you can do in this case is disable this, turn it off here completely, and then you will have right here the charging limit. So instead of enabling the optimized battery charging, which stops actually at 80%, then you can choose to stop it at 95% in this case. For your device, you can do that, or 90, or 85, or 80. Now, in my opinion, 90% will be the best. Now, the goal here is to not charge your iPhone to 100%, because the more it charges to 100%, basically it will just decrease the battery health faster. So right here, it says your iPhone learns from your charging usage habits, and it helps prevent battery lifespan over time. So in this case, with this slider right here, which is a great new feature, you're getting the best out of the both worlds. So you get more charge, like 10% more if you leave it at 90%, but still your device is not charging to 100%. That way, you're actually just increasing the battery lifespan for your iPhone's battery. So in my opinion, the right way to actually configure this is leave it at 90% and then turn off, of course, optimized battery charging, which will, as you can see right here, you can actually enable it or disable it, but once you use this one, it will basically just gray this out. So it just will bypass that if you're using this setting right here. And again, at 90 is the best spot in my opinion. And then right here we'll have clean energy charging, a section that I think must be turned off. So what this is basically doing is that if you have it enabled, your iPhone basically will try to reduce your carbon footprint by selectively charging your iPhone when lower carbon emissions are available. So that way your iPhone won't charge as fast, because it will switch basically from fast charging to slow charging based on the carbon emissions. So you go ahead and turn that off. And then we also have another section that has been introduced with iOS 26. It is called power mode. So let's go back and go into that new section. So here we have adaptive power mode and basically low power mode as well. All of these are combined here into the power mode. So basically what your iPhone is doing with adaptive power is that basically when your battery is being used like higher than usual, your iPhone will actually extend the battery life by making performance adjustments such as lowering display brightness, allowing more activities to take longer, and turning on low power mode at 90%, which will be done automatically in this case. Now, in my opinion, you should have this turned on. It is a great new feature and it will help you improve the battery life of your iPhone. Not the battery's lifespan, but the battery life. And then right here we'll also have adaptive power notifications. Now I think you should have this turned on as well, because what it's doing is that whenever your iPhone has activated adaptive power, which is a mode that will be activated automatically by your iPhone once you have it enabled, then your iPhone will also send you a notification letting you know that adaptive power is actually being used. And then lower here, of course, have the old low power mode. Now, a lot of people tend to actually have this enabled, like when even having a lot of battery on their device. I don't think you should do that, because this will decrease the performance of your device by a lot. Having low power mode turned on, you will notice that your device will actually perform very, very bad. So I think you must have this enabled, and of course, just turn it on when you're really on low battery. And then once we go back here, all you will have next is the battery percentage. Of course, you should have this enabled, because otherwise you won't see the battery percentage at the top of your status bar right there. So enable this and you get the battery percentage if you didn't have it. So these are the settings that you can configure. And then right here on the daily usage, again, all you see here is the apps that have been using your battery and how much they have used, how much you have used them in app, outside of the app, and everything else. Now what's really cool is that you will also see other things that have used your battery, like right here you can see the always on display, and then you have the home screen and lock screen as well. So for the home screen and lock screen, there's basically nothing you can do. But if you go to things like the always on display, you can see right here how much of battery they have used during the day. Now what's cool is that you can disable, of course, the always on display if you're seeing that it's using a lot of battery, or if you're with your device and you know you cannot charge it for a long time, then this will save you a few percentages of battery if you turn it off, and it's not with a problem. Basically, you just go back here. You go right here under display and brightness, and they will have the always on display. You can just go ahead and disable it completely by just enabling this right here. Or what you can do is also disable the show wallpaper, which means that the only thing you see on the screen will be the clock. That way the other part of the screen is turned off and it's not using as much battery as before. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are the proper battery settings for your iOS 26 device and how I think you should configure the settings for your battery for the best performance and best battery life and best battery lifespan. That is it. Thank you for watching. Hope you find it helpful. If you did, smash that like button and of course subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.